Hey, this is Mike English. How you doing today? It's another live with Mike, and today we want to talk about getting the right people to your site. How you do that? What many people miss with that, and then keeping them there, as well as tracking what they're doing to help you improve in the future. Okay, so that's the gist of it. But the big thing is getting the right people to your site. Now, most websites already talk about who they are and what they do. Okay, and most oftentimes make the mistake of ending there and not going beyond that to continue to create a stronger footprint out on the web. So we talk about that. We call that content marketing. Okay, and sometimes you're going to hear about it as blog writing, blog posting, but it kind of falls under the umbrella of content marketing. And basically, in short, what that is continue to create content that is relevant to the audience that you want to attract. That would be your potential customer base on the web, by understanding terms that they're searching for, things that they're interested in, that can be related to your industry or your business, what the problems that you solve, and then creating content about that. Often it is a blog post, and it's an ongoing blog post that creates a stronger footprint out there. The more posts you get out there, the more that Google sees this is what your focus is, this is what your strength is, this is what your problems that you were solved, and you can begin to rank for those terms. And so, then you begin to rank for more terms, related terms. So, when people type in a Google search term, there's a better chance of them finding you. If they type in a variant of that, you rank for the variant as well. And so that's the goal. You want to rank well. But now the problem is that many don't even do any content marketing, don't do regular content. I'm talking, at a minimum, probably two new pieces of, two new posts, two new blog posts, two new pages on your website each month is kind of a baseline. I mean, ideally, you'd be doing maybe one a week to show that you're, strongly trying to get stuff out there. And those that are doing more content marketing, they're ramping that up even more and doing multiple posts a week. Now, the second mistake within that then is those who are doing it are not doing it. They're just kind of regurgitating small posts. I saw a blog that I was on last night, and literally, I thought, oh, they had a number of posts there and titles. I went and started looking at them, and the posts were basically a paragraph, 3, 4, maybe 5 sentences, and that was it. And that was a post, and it had a key headline image or a little video snippet with that, and that was a post. Now, to be of value to Google, you have to do more than that. So I always say a baseline is at least 600 words. So think about that maybe as in, if you're looking at a Word doc, maybe about 2 pages there, something like that. So 600, 700, 800, 600 is a minimum. And, getting up there 600 to 800, that's great. Occasionally 1,000 words, that's awesome. 1,200, excellent kind of piece there. You don't have to do that all the time. And then topically, it's not going to be just, you're not going to write about just your products all the time, but you're going to write about maybe, case studies or solutions, things that people have done with those types of things, or related types of pieces. Okay. And so I want to give you kind of a one quick example of this, and that is that you can write on topics that are kind of similar to what your business is about, but it might not be that exact thing. All right, so on my blog, mikeenglish.com, I do a lot of posts out there, and so that mine's about business technology. Okay, so how do you use things on the web to grow your business, and that can be anything from business processes, business efficiencies, to sales, to marketing, social media marketing, all that kind of realm on there. So it's about how you can do those type of things. I do dive into entrepreneurship, those types of pieces as well. And so put a post out last maybe it was the end of June there. 15 smart ways to make money during a lockdown. Okay, so now if you remember, we're in the midst of the COVID-19, kind of pandemic there, and unemployment was high because of all the shutdowns, all that type of thing. So there could be more people maybe searching for ways to earn a living online, right? So, okay, online tools, online business is a segment of my blog. And then, people looking at how to use those tools and looking for ideas, and then tying that into a current event. To make money during a lockdown when you can't go out, but you need to kind of generate a business and grow your business. How can you do that? Weaving to promote, but there were tunnel searches related to that type of term, make money during a lockdown, okay? And so that brought a significant number of traffic over to my site, okay? So then I got them on the site. A lot of new visitors that posted tremendously well in July. And then so the key is within the post or on that page, what are you trying to do to take them deeper, take them to a next step? So you want to talk about, so I have a free ebook offer on there. I have a section of some of my other latest posts so they can see those types of things. I have a subscribe to get my blog posts via email type button. So I've got multiple things there to engage them, to help them take a next step, to help them subscribe, so that I can stay in touch with them or get them to connect. I also have the ability for them to subscribe by push notifications, on the site. So, that's an example of content that is related to, but not specific to necessarily, what I do, but it's tying together that and the current event. And then when I have them on my page, I'm doing some specific things to offer, types of lead generation within that. And so those are some key tips, that you want to do to move them down the funnel. Now, I've talked before about our BuildABoat, build a product, and oftentimes it's boats, but build a product tool. That's our web software, and so that can be implemented on a site. And why that's great is it is a interactive piece of content. Okay, so it's a web software piece, so people can go on. Let's take the boat example again, and they can say, I want a pontoon, I want a 20-footer, I want the sport package, and I want that in the silver and black, that type of thing. They begin to click buttons and see that on the screen. All right. So that's great because it's interactive and it's sticky. Someone can save their configuration, can print their configuration, can, so they're developing a boat there. They're seeing a suggested manufacturer suggested retail price for their boat there. So that's, so somebody's searching for, pontoons, and they come to that site and they get into that's a great thing. And then having that ability to save, to send that to get a dealer quote, all those kind of pieces are lead generators. Now, behind the scenes, what we've been implementing for a boat manufacturer is tracking of all the different selections within the BuildABoat. Okay, so this is where it gets powerful. Then, so all the things I just mentioned. Here's a baseline 20-foot pontoon boat, and then someone says, I want to see the red one, I want to see the blue one, I want to see the black and silver one, I want to see the sport package one. Now I'm gonna go back to that red one. Now that black and silver. Okay, and then they leave it on black and silver, and they go on to the next thing, and they say, I want, do I want the Yamaha engine, or do I want the, I don't know, whatever else, the Suzuki engine, those types of pieces. So they can go down those. Let's see, I'm gonna go back to the Yamaha. Okay, click, click, click. All those things are tracked, so we know what their process was. So we're tracking that user, and we can see that. And so ultimately, they make all their selections and they're done. What does the boat manufacturer have on the back end? It has a session, number one, for that user. This user did these things, clicked all these things, ultimately settled on these options. Click back and forth between the red and the black and silver, 5 times, whatever that is, all those pieces. And so we don't just have the end configuration, we have the journey. And they they messed with these. They did not mess with any options in the cup holder section. Whatever. I don't know what those are, but it tells you what's hot, what's not, and what they ultimately decided on. So that data is wonderful stuff. So then you begin to see, okay, that was that user, and now today we had 30 different people configure boats, and they did all these things, and you can see averages of that, break it down by time period, and suddenly now you've got a heat map of what are the hottest items that they click, and what aren't they clicking. So that's informing you of all kinds of data that's important. Do you want to, are people not scrolling down far enough, or are they some options just more important? If it's down low and they're still clicking on it, that's very important. Should we move that to the top? So user experience, you can check it out to see, should we moving some things around. Number two, what are they always selecting? So do we need to make some changes? Do we need to promote stuff more? This is giving us an idea. Hey, people like this, so we should promote these. We should use these in our photos more. We should use this in our content more, all that type of thing. So track the people, but we're tracking not just their end configuration, but their journey and all the selections that they're making, so that you over time have a wealth of data to begin to make better informed decisions of what you want to do in the BuildABoat, maybe even what you want to offer, and maybe what boats you want to build, and the features you want to offer. It's giving you all kinds of data from every visitor there. So that's what's important. So now think of what we just did in all this. We thought through relevant content. They got some people over to the site. We gave them opportunities then to stay on the site longer, to engage, to take a look at some pieces there. And then we tracked what they were doing to inform us of what we can do, what we need to offer better, what we need to push more, what we need to talk about more, because these are the popular things. So we got informed decisions based on actual user clicks, not asking them and saying, what do you think? Do you like the red better or the silver better? But we're seeing their actual clicks back and forth until they click, yes, silver. They wanted that one. They ultimately stayed with that. That's the kind of data that's important. You should be thinking about with your website. Those are the kind of things that we love to implement. So when to cover that today with content marketing, the mistakes people make, what you should do with that, the on-page things, how do you get them to stick around, give them opportunities to go deeper into things, and then are you doing some things that informs you, that helps you by tracking what that user is doing on the site. That's just good information, good stuff that can just take some randomness out of it and use the data to get informed decision based on facts. This is what people looked at. This is the popular things, options that they were interested in. This is what they ultimately selected. Okay, this is all pre-buy stuff, but it can help you market better, market smarter down the pike to ultimately, make that sales journey smoother, faster for the consumer that benefits you. Okay, this was Mike with another Live with Mike today. Hope that was helpful, talking about what you can do on your website. So if you want to talk about those things, you can reach out to our team, and we'd be glad to. But that build a product thing with the item tracking, that's a new good game changer there. So hang on to that one. All right. This is Mike. We'll see you again next time. All right. Take care.